Hi everyone and welcome to Dodo Bird Drawing. In today's Drawing an Extinct Animal video, I'm going to be drawing the Great Auk again, but this time in a new style. So without any further ado, let's roll the intro and let's get started. Okay, so I have my reference image all pulled up and I'm starting with the basic sketch. After getting a bit of the basic sketch put in, I realized that I have it facing the wrong way from what I want it to face, so I flip it around and then move it to the position that was in before on the drawing overall. After drawing in the back of the head and neck, I then draw in the back of the body, a little bit of the tail, and the feet. And then I try to draw in the belly, which takes me a little bit to get the proportions right where I want them to be on the Great Auk. I then realized the tail's in the slightly wrong position, it wasn't looking right, so I fix it up, and then I move on to doing the head and beak, I believe, at this point. Yep, I do that right now, like so, doing the head, smoothing it out a bit more, and then putting in the beak, and then tweaking the proportions a little bit to make it a bit more accurate to the reference image that I had. After I have the very basic outline of the body all done in, I tweak the back a bit more just to make the proportions slightly more accurate, and then I believe I draw in the dividing line at this point between the two colors of plumage that the Great Auk had on its body. I then draw in the wing, and then continue that dividing line. However, I don't like how it looks. The wing is a bit too far up, I think, compared to my reference image, so I erase it, completely draw in the dividing line, and do a bit more tweaks to it, I think, yeah. And then I draw in the new wing right there. No, it wasn't tweaks back there, it was an attempt to wing that was a bit too high up. But I moved the wing and have it drawn in there. I then do a bit more tweaks with the beak, just getting it all to look all good and having the right proportions and stuff, and then draw in the color line because it shifts from the black plumage to a dark gray beak at around that point. I then draw in the white dot that's on the head of the Great Auk, and then I believe I start off coloring in at this point. So I start off with the black plumage that is on the back of the Great Auk, like so, doing it all through there, and the wing, which I will draw in the dividing lines a bit later for the wing. I just want to get it basically colored in first, and then I move on to drawing in the head, like so, all through there. After doing that, I then do the little bit of the tail that I didn't get because my brush was slightly too big. And then I make a new layer to get the dividing line in for the wing. After doing it slightly wrong the first time, I then draw it in a bit more correct way the second time, and then finish filling it out once I add in a new layer. I then move on to coloring in the beak, like so, with a darker gray color, all through there. And then I believe I put in the eye at this point, my normal electric blue eye for extinct animal drawings, put in the pupil, and then the light shine like so. I then try to get the smile in, which I normally have in these drawings, so because of the black plumage, I have to do a gray line, and then I do the black line I normally do for the smile on the beak, just to show it's like connected and stuff. I then move on to coloring in the feet, same color as the beak. I then realized I forgot to draw in the back foot, so I add a bit more dark gray right through there to show the back foot there. I then use the same trick I used on the heath hen to get the white colored in on the Great Auk, changing the background paper to orange to make it very distinct where I had color and where I did not, as well as to erase the excess afterwards. I then start in a major coloring in of the belly of the Great Auk, which takes a little bit of time because it's a rather large part of the drawing, and I'm using a smaller pen tool or pencil tool for some reason. I don't know why I decided to use a smaller pencil tool here. I just kind of did. I don't really have a reason why. I just kind of did. So I use that smaller pencil tool that I should probably be using to color it in all through there. And then I believe I move on to doing smoothing out work at this point. So I do a bit more smoothing there. And I realize I drew things on the wrong layers again. I kept some things on the layer with the wing divider for some reason. I don't know why. But it does take me a bit to get fully used to what I have to switch the layers for, and I switch the layers frequently throughout the drawing, though it doesn't come up a super large amount of the time. I then move on to drawing a bit of like a shading line, which I realized I didn't put on on the heath hen. I don't know why. I'll probably add that in later, but I didn't have it on that one and I probably should have. So I have it here. Then I realized I got a bit jagged on the belly, so I have to do a bit more like filling in and like erasing work than I maybe normally would have had to get it to look all smooth on the Great Auk drawing. Like that, for example. Then I move on to finish right through there, all the way up through there, and a bit more smoothing work, all through there, and then right through there, and then a bit more like so, all through there, just basically making it so that the front part of the plumage and the back part of the plumage are united because they had a bit of a dividing because of the line earlier. So I smooth that out a bit more, and then I go back to smoothing in the body and the drawing as a whole, doing the head and beak areas of the Great Auk, like so, doing a bit more of a connecting work there, and then doing a bit more eraser work on the head area, did a bit more than I needed to right through there. Then I come down, do a bit more smoothing on the back and neck this time, going all the way through there, and doing a bit more than I needed to, but I keep on smoothing and smoothing and smoothing, and then I finally finish. And then I believe that concludes my drawing of the Great Auk in a new style. What do you think of my drawing of the Great Auk in a new style? Let me know in the comments down below. What extinct animals do you want me to draw in the future? Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye!